Welcome. Lesson 14, SQL in Access. In this video, we're going to learn how to use the in qualifier with the where clause. The first thing I'm going to do is click onto the navigation pane, and if we look inside our All Access Objects panel, we can see a database table called Criminals. I'll double click onto this. I'll now close down the shutter and we can look at the current table. We can see that there are 10 records, and if we look into each individual record, we can in fact see where we've got a column called crime type, which gives us the crime of which this person is suspected. Notice the labels for theft and fraud. We've also got somebody for robbery, vandalism and assault. It could be that for whatever reason, we're only interested in those people that have committed either theft or, dare one say, fraud. Let's close down the current table. I'm now going to select the create command, and now I'm going to select query design. There's only one table in this database, so I'll close this window and select the SQL view. And this now takes us inside the query editor, where I'm going to write my code. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of the semicolon and type in select open square bracket the suspect first name, close square bracket, comma, and if you're wondering where I'm getting this from, if I open up the navigation pane and open up the criminals table, you can see the fields or columns across the top. So if I go back here again, I want possibly their first name, the kind of crime that they've committed. So if we go to criminals, we can see something that says crime type. So again, square bracket, crime type, close square bracket, comma, and also we want to know the reward that's currently on offer. I'm now going to put down, or rather go on to the next line. I'm now going to type where I want to extract this data from, and it's from the criminals table. Again, I go to the next line. This time I'm going to put in the where command or statement, then open bracket, and I'm going to pick crime type, close bracket. Notice now I'm going to use that word in, and then open curved bracket, the word theft, and we put that inside speech marks, close speech mark, comma, and the other crime that we're interested in is fraud, close speech mark, close bracket, and then semicolon. And before we go any further, if we look at this last sentence, where the crime type is in the set in event, this is in effect really a set of possibilities, either theft or fraud, that it's either theft or fraud, and if either theft or fraud is contained in that field, so that record will pop up. Let's close down the query editor. Do I want to save this? I'm going to say yes. So we'll type in, let's say for example, theft or fraud. Let's select OK. Let's close down the table. As much as anything else, you can see that we've got a new query now, theft or fraud, in our All Access Objects pane. And if I double click onto this, you can see that basically the criminals that have turned up are those that have either or committed or suspected of theft or fraud.